Welcome to another edition of Gen Sports Corner, back at you for 6/20/2020. Happy June 19th for those that celebrated it yesterday. And just here to talk about a little bit of sports news and notes that have been going on. First things first, let's talk about this COVID and some of the things that are happening with sports. Two players from the Buccaneers, I think that's, yeah, two people from the Buccaneers tested positive for COVID, so that just happened. And then on the baseball side of things, the Phillies, I think five staff members and maybe three players tested positive for COVID-19 as well. I think it's a total 8 people tested positive. So that happened down in Clearwater at Phillies spring training. So there it is, rearing its ugly head there as well. So you're going through all this litigation right now with the MLB and the Players Union trying to figure out how many games they're going to play and if a season is going to happen. The latest proposal was a 70-game season by the players. But then again, you have to start worrying about how are you going to get testing for all the players. If people are still popping up positive, how are you going to manage that? A lot of things that you're going to have to consider. So those are things that have been happening with the virus and how it's been affecting sports. It's still affecting us even at this moment as things have started to kind of quiet down a little bit, but now we're having another surge in positive cases. So we'll see how things play out there. Secondly, I wanted to talk about something that just happened an hour ago. Well, not happened an hour ago, but something I just saw a report on the Eagles Wire. It was just published an hour ago. Dallas Goedart got sucker punched while he was out at a restaurant back in his home. I know he went to college there. I don't know if that's his home state, back in South Dakota. Fortunately, he went to the hospital. He was okay. There was nothing crazy that came out of it. But damn, it's just like, first you had Brandon Brooks go down with the torn Achilles. And then what if Dallas Goedart gets sucker punched and something serious happens? It's just like every time I turn around, it's just something happening with this team, whether it's injuries or possibly losing another player. Thank goodness nothing bad happened with that, but I just found that fascinating. And that just happened today, or at least the news was just put out today about that incident. So how about we not pull any LJ Smiths, if you guys even remember him. He was another Eagles tight end from back in the early 2000s, and he got into a fight over the Delphias in Deptford and got tuned up. He missed a little bit of training camp back in 2003, and there's a whole nother backstory behind that. I won't say on here, but let's just try to stay out of altercations, whether they're our fault or not, if possible. Okay, there's enough stress being an Eagles fan as it is. I don't need any added stress in my life concerning them. Then lastly, continuing on the Eagles, there have been a lot of trade rumors, but the biggest one that's reared its head again is Jamal Adams disgruntled. Now he's definitely just come out and requested a trade from the Jets, saying, I don't want to be here, no more posturing, get me the hell up out of here. I don't want to see him go to Dallas. That would be horrible. That would really solve a lot of their defensive woes after losing Byron Jones and give them a really game-changing safety in the back end. I would rather see him come to the Birds. That would be the perfect replacement for Malcolm Jenkins. If ever there was a replacement for Malcolm Jenkins, bring in this dude, man. Whatever they're asking for, within reason, give it up. You give the man a new contract, and then you're good to go. You didn't want to give the money to Malcolm Jenkins. Hell, go ahead and give it to Jamal Adams. 26 years old. I don't know if he's been an all-pro yet. Wouldn't be surprised if he has been. He's been one of the top 2 safeties in the league over the past 2 to 3 years. That's a guy you go to get. They don't just grow on trees. So go ahead and go out and get him. The last guy of his caliber that we had the chance to get that I can remember was Malcolm Jenkins and or Devin McCourty from the Patriots. So if they have the chance to go out and get him, go trade for him. Joe Douglas was here during the Super Bowl run. He's the GM over at the Jets, and there's some rapport there. Him and Howie have worked together. They have a working relationship. Get it done, Howie. If it's possible, get it done. There have been rumors that the Eagles, going on, Mark. There's been rumors that the Eagles have also been interested in, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, the Pro Bowl right guard from the Patriots, who's on the franchise tag, excuse me. So there's been speculation that the Eagles have been highly interested in trading for him, possibly as a replacement for Brandon Brooks following the Achilles injury. I'd be cool with that. I'd be all for that. But if you have the chance to get Jamal Adams, we can skip past the guard play and go right after Jamal Adams, because that guy is special. He has a chance to be a Hall of Famer if he keeps continuing on this trajectory. He has that type of skill, that type of potential, and he's been showing it year in and year out. Hasn't been injured. He's been healthy the whole time, playing at a position that's physical, and he's a physical safety with range. So I'm all for it. I don't know what you guys think, Mark. I don't know what you think, but that's the person that I would want them to get. For me, the top options out there, free agency or trade: Jamal Adams, Jadeveon Clowney, then the right guard from the Patriots. Those would be the three people on my list, because you have to worry about the Eagles salary cap. They're projected to be $50 million over the cap next year, but you're also going to have some expiring contracts, like the Alshon Jeffrey contract, and Fletcher Cox. He might get his deal restructured. It's a couple people that are on deals that are either going to get restructured, or there won't be the guaranteed money to hold them down to being able to move on from those players. So if I was them, I would make that move for Adams. As much as Malcolm Jenkins brought this to this team as a leader on and off the field and as a player, Jamal Adams is the better safety right now. And if you're able to get him on this team, watch out. Not just the NFC East, the NFC and the NFL need to watch out, because you put Jamal Adams and Big Play Slay on the same field together with that up front, with a healthy Malik Jackson coming back, Fletcher Cox, Hargraves, we can roll. So I would love to see them make this move. That's pretty much what I had today. I'll be talking about more topics as they come up. Probably for my next video, I'll talk a little bit of UFC and boxing, just so we keep things fresh and we have material every time that we drop something. But that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed it. Any questions, comments, or concerns, you know where to leave it. And as always, I appreciate y'all. Enjoy your day. Peace.